So a little bit of an oddball today. Well, one normal, one oddball. And I probably did an unboxing where I spoke about sake a while ago. So I love sake, but I really only pair it with sushi. I don't really prefer it with anything else except sushi. So just, raw fish, the rawer the better. So this is in the top 2% of the grade Junmai Jinjo, and this is called Wandering Poet, and it's one of my favorites. I think it costs, I think it's gone up to about 40 now. So great sake is very expensive, extremely expensive. It got much more expensive over the years, over the last 20 years for sure. But you would drink it, just like a fine white wine, chilled. Sake that is warmed up is typically less expensive sake, and it is the warming up is meant to hide the imperfections in that sake. So less expensive bottles is what you would warm up and serve warm that way. But stuff like this, which is a $40 range, is just meant to be drank just like white wine. So around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, slightly chilled. So this has brewed from rice. It's actually drank like white wine, more closely related to how beer is made, because it's brewed, not vinified, because it's made from rice. So an amazing aroma. It's got jasmine and a little bit of anise. There's something else. There's a white pepper. There's a strong citrusy aroma, like a kumquat. It is kind of all I could think of. Maybe persimmon. It's a great aroma. Different than maybe your standard white, of course, and it's going to taste different. It's 15% alcohol, so this is going to be warming. This is only I just have one glass left of this bottle. Really easy drinking, and it has acidity, not a ton of acidity, and it's got like a creaminess to it. So some sakes actually, there's a little actual sediment in there that makes it even more creamy, like almost milky. Those have a slightly sweeter taste, not like sweet wine, but just like takes off the edge maybe of the dryness of the wine. This is definitely dry, brewed to be dry. But yeah, I just crave sushi with this. It's just what I crave with it. And I think this one's fantastic. It's still one of my favorites. So that's that. It is a weekday. I wanted to open up something red, but drinking a fair amount of white and sake recently. This is Chateau Lyonnat from Saint-Emilion-Lussac 2015, so some age on it, only $20. Got it from a local store, and the last two Bordeaux from the right bank were in the $20 range, and both were really good. I gave them 4 out of 5s, which is fantastic for the $20 range. So, especially Bordeaux. So, this I did not have. I've said, I bought one of the ones I've already tried. I think I even had it in an unboxing, and then this one is to try tonight. And I'm popping and pouring right now, so. I'll probably have this with my cheese later, but I want to have a sip now. See how this one is. So the right bank tends to be in the lower price range. I feel like for a lower price you can get better quality of the right bank. But the most expensive wines in Bordeaux are from the right bank. So just take it as you will. So this is 85% Merlot. 11% Cab Sauv and only 4% Cab Franc. Cab Sauv, to be in the right from the right bank, is not that common. It's typically Merlot heavy than Cab Franc, or just closer to 50-50. A few of the right banks have more Cab Franc, like the famous one that I just blanked on the name, and it's in Sideways, but has more Cab Franc than Merlot. I think it's a 60-40-ish split. It'll come to me, maybe. Smells like Bordeaux. Smells like leather, cedar, scorched earth, dark cherry, like malt cherry. Smells like Bordeaux. It absolutely smells like Bordeaux. Plumminess, there's definitely a plumminess in here. So that is a indicator of Merlot, typically. Cheval Blanc. Chateau Cheval Blanc is the right bank wine that has more Cab Franc than Merlot and was in the movie. Highlighted in the movie Sideways. I think it was in 1963. That Miles drank at the end in the diner out of the foam cup when he found out his ex-wife was pregnant. Smells awesome. You know, aged Bordeaux, aged California cabs are just great. I'm starting to build a fondness for aged red. I've had a fondness for aged white for a while. The aged red is sort of coming to me as of late. I think it needs to open up a little more. Tastes a little warm. 14.5% alcohol. Kind of tastes like you could taste alcohol a little bit. So it is good. First impression. I don't know what to say. I think it needs to open up. It's got the same components on the nose as it does on the palate. It's more medium bodied. It's more of a medium body style here. Tannins are present but mellow. There's a dryness and an astringency a little bit that I would say is a little bit off-putting. It doesn't make the wine bad. It's just, let's say if there is a negative to this wine, it's this astringency. There's a lot of tertiary, but if I had to guess, I think this wine was probably better 3-4 years ago. I think it already, I don't know if I've ever even said this before, but I think it's already peaked, and now it's kind of on the decline a little bit. It's a 2015, so it's got 7 years. I don't know for sure. I don't know. Don't think I got enough experience in that realm. You know, there's bottle variation to it. That's not corked. It's not flawed. It's the wine is intact. I think it just needs to open up more. I think I want to reserve judgment till tomorrow on this wine. I think it absolutely needs to open up. I'm not giving it a fair shake. I literally just popped and poured it Bordeaux, even at the $20 range, for a little bit of age on it. Just needs to sit in a decanter for a little bit, or just be opened up in the glass. So I will revisit it. So I'm going to reserve that. Tomorrow I'm going to have a dry aged steak. I plan on opening something awesome. I'm between a few different wines, so we'll see what I actually do open up. And then I'll have a little bit of this as well. A little compare and contrast. So that's it. Have a good night.